those crazies out of the government. We need our Congress for everyone's benefit. The 1%, they just take what they like. We've got to show up and vote for our rights. So vote in November. Vote, a time to remember. Vote, don't be late. Vote, don't procrastinate. It's our country, our democracy.
Our country, baby. Our democracy. That's what the song says.
We can't afford mediocrity. If we do nothing, our hope floats away.
If we do nothing, baby.
Get up off of that thing when it's voting.
How y'all doing, baby? It is indeed Sunday, baby. We're going to start a whole new week and a whole... Boy, howdy shit. How y'all doing? I'm glad you're here. Let me see. Stephanie Dean was the first one to jump in, and Jay Clayton caught a fish. Well, brother, that's what life's about, catching the right fish. And I think you did a pretty good job. I'm just saying. Dwayne Dwizzle's there. And Michael James, thank you. The remixtress is with us. Nancy Halverson and Jeff Curry. Let me see. Dorothy Tyndall's here. Karen Van Wyck. Got it right, baby. Adina Michael. Bruce Preston. Thank you for being here. Debbie Marie. Kelly K. Duncan, thank you. Teresa Rojas, mi amiga up in Chicago. Hola. Hola, amiga. Michael Johnson. Christopher Clayton is with us. Good evening, buddy. Let me see. Robin Lyons is here. Sherry Puckett. Let me see. Pat Hunter's here. Jeanette Miller. Dennis Utenreiner. Let me see. Lorraine Barrett. Jan Beats just finished up 5 gymnastics shows with her fabulous gymnastics. So proud. Good. Glad to hear it. Carolyn and John Matjesco. I'm going to get it right sooner or later, baby. Is here. Nina Gonzo. Randy Peterson. Woo pig, buddy. My neighbor, Tracy Tobias. And Susan Jarrett. How you doing, darling? Hope everything's going well out there. And Donald Ware. Irish Giselle still rocking that t-shirt, I hope. Anyway, let me see. Brad Mick. I'm sorry, I'm going to screw it up all the time. Butch Goldwyn, thank you. Anyway, how y'all doing, baby? What a weekend, huh? What a freaking weekend. Boy, howdy shit. Started real good on Saturday morning. Got up to see all the protests out in the street, people standing up for women's rights. All across the nation, over 200 protests to stand up for women's rights. It was good to see. I was proud to see that many people out there. We need to see more. A lot more. And more often. But today gave way to tragedy of immense proportion in Buffalo, New York, in the form of a racist, white supremacist, neo-Nazi scumbag. Yes, we have another mass shooting today. Somebody just said out in California, at a church. You know, what do you say to this shit? What are we going to do? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to hold meetings. We're going to call the Senate hearings. We're going to talk to a bunch of... We're going to call meetings in the House, baby. They're going to stand up there in the House, and we're going to discuss this shit until you're blue in the freaking face. Then what are we going to do? Nothing. Nothing. You're right, Robin. Just another day where the NRA wheel of death spins and spins and spins, baby, because who knows where it's going to hit next? Why don't we do something? Why don't we do something? Because we got a bunch of lawmakers that aren't going to do shit. The money's too big, baby. What'd I tell you? It's only when our voice drowns out their money. We could do shit. There's things we could do. Other countries have. Hell, a national gun buyback. Hell, we spout money for every freaking thing in the world. Why don't we put up some money for buyback guns? It's the least we could do. The very least we could do to try to get some guns off the freaking streets. It would be something. Bullshit, all right, but something. 18 years old. At my house, we wonder where he got that hate. Where did this story begin? 18 years old. Hell, as I understand it, the kid made threats at his school last year. Last year, they had him hooked up with a psychiatrist. Let's check this kid out. Should he own a gun? Yes, he's an American citizen. Of course, he's 18 years old. He can own a gun. You're right, Robin. How does an 18-year-old learn that much hate? It can't all be on the internet. The internet's full of it. Shit, it'll find any hate. You know, I say again, you know where this hate came from? It's always been here. It's always been here since the history of time. This hate has lived in this nation. This racial hatred. And we fought to overcome it so hard, to bring rights to everybody. Did a pretty good job until we dared to elect a black man into the White House. And then we saw the cockroaches come out of the woodwork from under their rocks. And they found a leader. They found a leader in Donnie, the dictator. And he fueled it. He kept throwing red meat to him. Where's your birth certificate? I want to see your birth certificate. That kind of hate, it comes from deep. I don't know his family history, but it was the first thing that popped into my mind when I learned he was 18. When my kids were 18, hell, they're 30. I don't have to worry about them having that kind of hate in their heart, because I didn't raise them that way. So how do we stop it? Fuck if I know. I'm almost 70 years old. How much of this shit do we think we have to go? We thought it was going to be it when Sandy Hook happened. Surely children, little children would be enough. No. This be enough? No. No. What we have to worry about now is some little puke somewhere wanting to do a little copycat, which will show the world what a racist he is. Seems to me all these mass shooters always are white guys with guns. Hell, Dorothy DeSantis wants to pass a no permit to carry a gun. Hell, that's what's in front of the Congress right now. I mean, the Supreme Court. They're going to rule on it soon. Hey, does the state have a right to make you have a license for that shit? Constitution right here says I can own a gun anywhere. Say it ain't so. Our laws are only as strong as we make them. And now with the court that we have, hold on to your britches, baby. Abortion's just number one on the list. They're going to go right down the line. Guns, oh hell yes, it's on the ticket, baby. I keep thinking, and thank you, Robin, for tuning in tonight. I think it was on Robin's show when Robin Kincaid read on her show, America is a gun. France is the Eiffel Tower. Italy's Leaning Tower of Pizza. Ireland is a shamrock. America's a gun. And we keep pushing it. We keep pushing them out there, baby. It's not enough to own a deer rifle anymore for going hunting. Shit, no. You need an AR-15. You need an AK-47, baby. Extended magazine, in case the deer try to run. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. But I think that we could do some things. Isn't that what they did in New Zealand? Buyback. They did. We don't have the money for that. But we're working on it. Let me send out a few thank yous. To Timothy Silva, who came in with a $10 donation and said, the GOP promoting the White House replacement theory, the white replacement theory, are to blame for many of these shootings, and they are grooming white supremacists. They must be defeated big time in November. How about it, Tucker Carlson? How about it? Because that's where that came from. This is the... And Stephanie Dean, who came in with a $10 donation and said, DeSantos has got to go. Good talking to you. Yes, I had a very nice phone conversation with Stephanie Dean today on phone, and Jay was out fishing, and we was talking about all sorts of things, and I had a great conversation with her. I'm told not to keep I gotta keep my blood pressure down. Ain't that a hoot? Shit. They're worried about here. I had another minor medical scare this morning. So yeah, with each one you have a tendency to, I don't know. How do you deal with the world we live in? And it's a big world. Ain't it, Aussie Dave?
It is a big world, mate. And unfortunately, the GOP is a party of sound bites. That's all it is. It's makes me so angry to see these mass shootings. We know what they're all about, but these bastards will spin it like they do with everything. They'll spin it to make it look like they were nothing to do with it. It was for the Democrats or the Libertarians, and I mean, it's just going to be spun again like every other disaster has been in America. They spin it away from them. The problem we're having here, I think, in your country is that the country's got a government, but within that government there's a shadow government, and within that shadow government there's other shadow governments, and there's all shadow organisations.
You know what those other shadows are called? Dollars.
Dollars, exactly.
Dollars.
I was watching a doco on UFOs, which I'm into, but besides the UFO side of it, they discussed the financial side of it with America and where the money is and what's going on.
Yeah, where the power is.
Trillions of your dollars are spent on misinformation to keep you misinformed as to what's going on. The oligarchs are running your country. You've had a fascism running there for a long time.
We don't call them oligarchs here, but yeah, they are.
It's just
they control
now because of Trump.
What do they call that? They have a word for that. Oh yeah, fascism. That's what that is. That's what it is. It's just under disguise right now of a democracy. We have two parties And right now, there's not a, we're 50-50 in the Senate. We're not going to be able to get shit done as long as we have the filibuster. And nobody wants to get rid of the filibuster because, hell, the Republicans are going to take over in the midterms because all the fucking news shows are saying it. Bullshit.
Well, they think they've got the fixes in. I really think that they have been so much distraction been going on behind the scenes. They have been working, and they have worked to put people in the right places in the right states.
They're still continuing to spread the same hate and shit. Donnie Boy's, like I said, Donnie Boy is not out there holding political rallies. He's out there building a fucking army. That's what he's doing. Yeah, let's get real with this shit.
What a guy to have as a president. He threatens his own country with a cult. I mean, great man to have as a president. I mean, if you think that a man that should run your country is a man that has got the ability to threaten you and the gumption to deny what's written in paper, what's in vision on video, what he has been recorded and saying, and deny it, that is one fucking sick man. And I don't believe that America can believe that. Look, they say 35% of people want to back Trump into the White House again. Give me a fucking break. Are you saying 35% of Americans are stupid?
No, but what I'm going to tell you, Dave, is 33% of our country would shoot the other third while the other third watched.
I believe that.
That's what we have here. Everything, every fucking thing that you can think of. I don't give a shit what subject you want to bring up, what political person. Everything hinges on this midterm. You think if the Republicans get in again that things are going to go easy? No, baby. It's going to be revenge. It is going to be revenge. They're going to have their own fucking committee. You can bet your ass Joe Biden is going to be impeached. Hell, probably Kamala Harris is going to be impeached. Hell, they'll go right down the list.
Yep.
Because this isn't about America anymore. This is about the Republican Party wanting to install a king. That's what these maggots want. A king. They don't want a country. They want a king.
And it goes deeper than Trump. There's more behind Trump than just Trump. I mean, we know Russia's behind it, but there is... I mean, I had a great respect for Elon Musk. A great respect for what he'd done for the space age and moving on forward, picking up when NASA left off. But that's part of the game. It's all actually part of the game. Elon Musk is actually a jerk. To allow Trump back on... To even
insinuate... under the guise of freedom of speech.
What he's saying by that statement is that I don't give a fuck what people say.
It's exactly what he's saying with that statement. I don't care what happens. Let's toss it to the wind and see what happens. No, I don't want to toss it to the wind. I don't want to leave it in their hands. We have to gain control of the Senate. We need to step it up. You have motivation now. An attack on women's rights. Look what happened this weekend. Not the shooting. Look what happened all across the country. People stood up and got out there. Well, they better start getting out there for a lot of fucking causes, because each one of them is on the Republicans' hit list. Whatever it is, the libtards, the tree huggers want is on the list, baby. They don't want a democracy. They want a fucking kingdom, and they want to be in charge, baby.
Your government is not honest with you. I don't care whether it's the Democrats and the Republicans. They've not, for decades, have not been honest with you. With all the secret money that's getting around, no wonder you can't have a healthcare policy that aids people. There's just so much waste.
In the early days of my show, I started saying we ain't got healthcare here. We have profit care.
Well, the difference between healthcare and wealth is one letter, W and H.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
That's all it is.
If you ain't got money in this country, well, tough shit. Get in line over there, that big long line over there at the county health. Maybe they'll help you out, whatever it is ails you. We don't really give a shit.
Yeah. And now, they'll make you feel guilty of using the system. They'll make you feel like, I shouldn't be doing this. Fuck them. Fuck them. You pay for it.
Yeah.
You know, you're the only country in the world, only civilized country in the world that does not have a healthcare that looks after the people. You have a healthcare that looks after the insurance companies.
They look after the almighty dollar. Even with insurance, when you have insurance and you need a procedure, who are they going to call? They're going to call the doctor to check it? No, they're going to call the insurance. Can he afford this? Are y'all going to pay for this? Ain't going to pay for it? Well, tell the old boy to get out his coffee can. Tell them to go start your GoFundMe page. Let's raise some money so somebody can get their health taken care of. That's the country we live in. GoFundMe is no different than the coffee can they used to put on the counter at the store when I was a kid. Help little Billy because he's going to die if you don't get a transplant. And now we have people begging for money on GoFundMe because they can't afford when they get sick, when there's an accident, when anything happens. Can't afford it, baby.
Another GOP member's been arrested for the second time for child sex offences.
Go figure.
The list is just endless of these guys with sex offences, crimes of all sorts. Yet no one's barking. No one from the Democratic side is saying, you did this and your guy did this and what's this and this. No one's pointing any fingers. It's almost like we'll just be quiet and let them self-implode. Well, are they self-imploding? They're imploding America. They're not imploding themselves. They're imploding America.
No. This is affecting everybody in this country. This continual bullshit that the Republicans, the right, the maggot right, the whatever right you want to call them, started this bullshit during the middle of Obama's term, and they're not letting up. They are disgraceful. They're just what I call them, maggots. They're at the bottom of the trash. They like hate. They like. They like
thrive on hate. They thrive on.
They like to
I've
spread.
not heard any Republican senator or Trump ever praise a person from the opposition. We have the Democrats always praise good work from the left or the right, but the right just seems to be bagging everyone and everything unless it comes from the right. It's brainwashing 101. Your country is being brainwashed, sadly.
I think we started that road down that road a long time ago. It's apathy. It's apathy in this country. People don't give a shit.
Someone ought to do it.
I was on Robin Kincaid's show on Friday. I stopped in Friday on the front porch over there and visited with the Horn family. And Robin has one of her Horn family members, Lady B. And near the end of Robin's show on Friday, Lady B had written in. And it was utterly fucking profound. I found it to be so intelligent, so insightful. Because she called it. What are we going to do? Basically fucking nothing. Because we can't get our ass up and go to the polls, that we can't grasp hold of the problems in our society to fix them because we're too busy. I don't know. I really wish I had that to read because I'd read it out loud here. It's very profound.
You've got to protest. You've got to get out there like
You've got to be involved or all this shit goes downhill. You don't have a democracy unless you fight for it. And it's continually been fought for hundreds of years.
You can't sit back. You cannot sit back and think like the attitude you've had. Someone ought to do it. My vote doesn't count. Or, it'll always be the same. That will never happen. This is the apathy that, never happened. My vote doesn't count and someone else will fix it. Sadly, it's too late to rely on someone else. Because that someone else is either bent or they don't give a fuck.
We can't rely on anybody else. But the thing is,
you're going to lose it all in the midterms unless you have a blue wave. You're in serious trouble. From the outside looking in, the way we see it is America's a basket case at the moment. We know why. We know what's behind it. But we also have to point the finger. There is controls.
That's one of the reasons why I enjoy having you on, Dave, is because you do see America from an outside perspective. And I believe you to be an honest guy with an honest opinion. And sometimes it's critical, as we should be.
We're very critical, and I'm not going to cop some backlash for this, but very critical of the DOJ. There is so many senators out there, forget Trump, so many senators out there broken the law that should be at least charged or indicted.
We got 5 of them already under subpoena.
But Howard Stern said something last week. Well, it was this week. Howard Stern said the reason nothing happening against these offenders is because they're all fucking guilty, both sides. They've got guilty people on both sides, and if they raise the flag, it's going to bring attention to them as well.
What goes around comes around is what they're all afraid of. Well, if I do this, they're going to wait till they get in power. They're going to come after my ass. That's what they're all worried about. And you're right. We do have problems within the Democratic Party, and if we don't fess up to that shit, we're never going to get this shit right. There are corporate Dems. There are Democrats that we need to take a long, hard look at their record and see where they've been. Especially anybody who's been there for a lengthy amount of time. I am so getting into the thought of term limits. It's not funny. They get so embedded in there. You know, it is hard to get out an incumbent anyway, because they have the upper hand, baby. After a while, it's not the people's business they're doing. It's their business. Their business that they tend to. You know, it's, like I always say, there's not a single fucking poor person in Congress. They're all millionaires.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
you want to do something, demand that congressmen and senators and their families cannot trade on the stock market. Just tell them no. You're making money. You're a public servant. You don't need it. It biases the vote.
Let me put this to you. Why do you think Dr. Oz wants to become a politician? I mean, the man's a multimillionaire. He makes a lot of money out of TV. He doesn't need the money, but he still wants to become a politician. Why?
Damn good question,
big
Dave.
Money in it. Much bigger money.
Oh,
there's bigger money for him and his family.
And if you got money, it'll get a lot bigger money. It's the name of the game, buddy.
How much do you need?
How much do you need? How much do you need to live? Because I know a whole lot of fucking people are living on a whole lot less than that.
Yeah.
A whole lot less. And that's what I always say on here. It's like they want you poor, hungry, and needing a job. Because if you're poor, hungry, and needing a job, you can't quit that job. You need that job. Pay us shit. Well, that's all the pay there is. Take it or leave it. You got things in life that you have to take care of. Fuck that shit. You got to go to work. You don't work, no rent. No groceries, no electric bill, no nothing. So you're born into that system, and praise be to those that break out of it and make a nice living, But that goes to a limit, baby. Like I said, when we were grand times, as they say, which never were, they were paying 80-90% tax rate. But politics got into the game, baby. And now it's down to squat. Now it's down to nothing. Guess who's picking up the bill, baby? You are. Keep that job, baby. Poor, hungry, needing a job. Better keep that fucking job. You got taxes to pay. And for some of them, they just want to come right on down the line. You make $20,000 a year, we're going to tax that too.
It's a joke to think that the billionaires of America are making the rules for the not so wealthy. The people that are struggling are being controlled by the wealthy. Their income. You've got to start black banning products that support Trump, companies that support Trump. You've got to black ban their products, things like that. The only way you can fight back is hurt them in the pocket. You can't hurt their feelings. You can't make them see reasoning.
No.
You can't make them be nice. You have to hurt them where it hurts them, is in the pocket. So avoid dealing with them. Don't buy their Johnson & Johnson products, whatever it may be. You've got the power.
We have the power, a lot of power. But again, Dave, you're stuck into that poor, hungry, needing a job thing. You're hungry. You got to go buy the products. You got to buy the groceries. You got to pay for the gas. I'm so tired of the fucking gas conversation. I really am.
Oh, it's a joke.
It is a joke. It's a ridiculous conversation to have. Record profits right now for the oil companies. I mean record fucking profits. They're raking in the fucking dough while you're paying record profits at the pump. See a correlation there anyway?
And they'll spin it and blame Democrats. They
blame it on everything from changing the season. Well, it's getting warm. We got to switch to different fuel. Oh, it's going to get cold. We got to switch again. Price going to go. I don't give a fuck what they come up with. It's a sham.
Fuel went through the roof here. Fuel went through the roof here, like in America, when that Ukrainian thing first started, and it went up to over per litre here, but over $10 a gallon. And then all of a sudden, that there was just relief, and there was just Mr. Biden's done something with the oil companies and OPEC, and the fuel came down by a couple of dollars.
He went
a
into
gallon.
the strategic reserves, opened up that, which
Now-
really doesn't do squat.
Now it's back up
Yeah,
to the high figure.
that's what I said. It
Again.
doesn't do squat.
No,
The companies
No,
are going
they
to
just
charge
grab
what
the
they
profit.
want to charge, and that's about the bottom line of it.
it's like the PPP. Get your hand up. You don't need it, but just put your hand up. We'll put some cash in there.
Yeah, a lot of that went on too. Well,
And
I could go into a whole
See,
other
that's the
rant with that
stupidity
one.
about it. There seems to be no controls on handing out cash that the Republicans handed out. They handed out cash to everyone. No control, no checks and security.
The sad thing
And yet,
is,
when the
Dave, there are
Democrats
a lot of people in this country that jump at the chance to screw Uncle Sam over. No, it's that old saying, nobody will fuck you over faster than your buddy. He'll get you real quick, real fast. Well, that's what this country is, with businesses especially. If they see a crack in there where they can get a dime, you bet your ass they're in there getting it, scraping it out of them. I know people who did it. It's disgusting. You don't come around here fucking waving your American flag around. Doesn't mean shit to you. It doesn't. For the Republican Party, the flag is just another bumper sticker, just like everything else. They preach patriotic duty and all this crap. Yeah.
If Trump gets in, your national flag will be changed. I bet you it will be a solid
If
white
Trump gets in,
flag with
boy,
a
howdy
solid
shit.
white flag with a black noose and an AR-15.
I already saw a story about Melania Trump out there talking about her next time as First Lady. Really, there's a fucking
Her
story
next
in there
time.
about Melania Trump talking about when she becomes First Lady again.
Because they split up.
Let me call out a few thanks. Keith and Kathy Beal, thank you very much. Came in with a $10 donation. Thank you very much. And Lady Freedom Rocks, and indeed she does, came in with a $5 donation. And says news is reporting on a church shooting in Orange County, an apparent hate shooting like Buffalo. Baby, wait till tomorrow. Wait till tomorrow. There'll be several more. They happen every day. Maybe not as drastic as the one we saw in Buffalo. Probably the only reason we're hearing about the orange is because of the one in Buffalo. It's in the news. Oh, look, got another shooting. If they wait till this evening, they could run the rest of the fucking evening program on fucking gun violence in this country. It happens every day.
Yeah.
But
It's sad.
it scares
It's
me.
sad.
It's because
In
it is
Australia?
that attitude, that fucking maggot attitude.
In
We've
Australia,
lived in
John?
this house for 15 fucking years. Never have we had a problem in this house until that asshole was elected. Until I started speaking my voice. And then all of a sudden, y'all heard all the bullshit, everything from my donkey being terrorized to my family being terrorized. Well, now my son doesn't walk around anywhere without a fucking pistol on his belt. That bothers me, but I don't blame him. I don't blame him. How many times has my son walked out his fucking door immediately hearing several gunshots? Just for fun, just to let you know we're here watching you. Yeah. You want to know what's wrong with this fucking country?
Gun laws in Australia, when our Prime Minister said that's it after that massacre in Tasmania, the gun owners, the gun nuts went nuts. They were screaming, yelling. NRA was screaming and yelling, but the government stood its ground, done the job. They had done the buyback. People were happy with the buyback, by the way. They were getting thousands of dollars for these guns. We were loving seeing them crushed.
It's the
And now,
simplest thing to do, Dave.
20 years later, no one has even made a murmur about a gun. No one gives a shit. We have gun clubs. We have shooting clubs. Go out and use those. Fine. That's fine.
They have
You
guns
don't need a
in other
fucking
countries
gun.
all over the place. You got to jump
Yep.
through a few hoops. There might be a few regulations here, but everybody, in Switzerland, and I learned so much about Switzerland because I have family there. Yeah, everybody owns a fucking gun. Do you see anybody out there shooting anybody? No. They go to the gun range and practice. That's what they do. They're responsible gun owners.
We've had no gun violence over here, mass murders, mass
Switzerland
shootings
is the Alps.
in
America's
decades.
a gun.
In decades. They're going to come for your guns. The GOP will come for your guns, guys, because if you put them back
They will,
in, and
eventually.
once they start doing, once they start doing their dirty work and that you start thinking, shit, what have we done? Let's stand up to this. They're not going to want you to have your guns.
But
they're
David,
going to come
there's
for your
another
GOP
aspect
guns.
to it. You know, they'll oh shit. I'm sorry, I lost my thought. Just fell right out of my fucking head.
Well, I was saying that the GOP will come for your guns no
Yes.
matter who you are, because they do not want you to rebel against what they're going to do to you when you find out.
Once they achieve their goals, then the masses with guns, it becomes a problem for them, because the kingdom will come down on its peasants, and the peasants will revolt, and you know, that's a problem. So yeah, you're right. Eventually, if the right takes over and they install their maggot king, and you know, we go through this period of reborn patriotism, let's call it, because that's what they're going to call it. Then yeah, eventually they're going to have a problem with gun owners. And
my word.
But it's not their problem. It's our problem. It's the American people's problem. It was those people walking around in that grocery store today. One of them was 83. Are you fucking shitting me? You little
83.
scumbag. You know, it's Jesus. What do you do? What do you do? Because this ain't, you know, next week there's going to be another one. Next month, next year, whatever. There's going to be another large mass shooting. And we're going to do the same thing again. We'll hold meetings. We'll hold conferences. We'll form a few committees. We're going to look at this. We're going to demand action, and then go to lunch.
Didn't one guy just say at the Buffalo shooting that the guy said that it was to do with? He mentioned Trump personally. Didn't he say? It's on a YouTube headline. I haven't looked at the clip, but it said. Shooter declares acting on behalf of Trump or something like that. That was one of the headlines on the YouTube thing. I mean, YouTube's as honest as the GOP party, but that was one of the headlines. Like, it was based on.
I'm sure he's in there somewhere. I'm sure he was in that kid's head somewhere. Let me thank Joseph Lee, who came in with a $20 donation and said nothing more despicable in this country than Republicans like Trump, DeSantis, and Abbott and Costello in Texas. I just donated $50 to Beto. Oh! Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it tremendously. I appreciate everybody's donations. I kind of need them right now, so it's going to come in real handy next month.
He went well on TV, didn't he?
Huh?
Beto went well on TV.
Yes, he went well on TV the other night on The View, I think it was. Yes. Yes, he's enough to inspire anybody. I am very inspired by him. And I think this week he is a very charismatic fellow. He's wonderful to listen to. And I just, we have to get out the fucking vote. It comes down to this. We have to change this country. We have to change it at the basic fucking level. We got to get back down to some kind of decent. This wasn't just about guns. This was a racist fucking asshole. He went hunting. He scoped the place out the night before. He knew what he was doing. He knew who he was hunting.
And, you know, it's so sad to think that the GOP and the Democrats, all they can say is thoughts and prayers.
We got lots of that.
Thoughts and prayers, fuck all.
Not a problem. I'll send you out a bucket load of them tomorrow. As a matter of fact, I just did.
Not what you want to hear. What you want to hear is this will not happen again because we are going to take those stupid assault rifles away from those that don't need them. But they can't say it like that. But this is what they need to reassure those people that they're going to work on. But they don't. They don't say, they just say hearts and prayers and wishes and that, but they don't say we are working on a plan. Nothing. Next subject.
Yeah.
You know, 20 people killed here. Hearts, soft wishes, loves, kisses, and all that.
We're going to hold a meeting. I'm going to bring up new legislation in the House. We'll pass it through the House. We'll send it to the Senate, where it will fucking die.
Life is cheap.
There's lots of gun laws in the Senate right now. We could pass them tomorrow. Oh, wait.
Mary
No, we
McCollum.
can't. What was I thinking? Yeah, we don't live in that America. There's a new America here, and we don't like it. I don't like it. And it all traces back. I swear, I get so angry when because I had such admiration and hope for this country when Obama was elected. And then we did.
Yeah, well,
we saw the racism and the hate come out.
He was hobnailed, John. He was hobnailed by the GOP, like Biden being hobnailed by the GOP.
Yeah, you think they're going to pass it? Even if the Republicans liked it, they're not going to pass it. They don't want to give a win to Biden for anything. Republicans will hurt this country as much as they can so they can point at it and go, look how terrible things are. Look what Greg Abbott did down here at the border of Texas. Every truck, full inspection, baby. That backed up traffic all the way down to Mexico City. Ain't nothing getting through the damn thing. You want to know why there was a shortage on shit? It's because of shit like that.
And what did they find, John? What did they find out of all that disaster?
Not a goddamn thing. Nothing.
Nothing.
I don't know. Maybe a drug bust along the way. Of course, you see them every day down there.
No, not one illegal immigrant. Not one bit of drugs was found.
No guns.
And it cost
nothing.
It cost the Texas. It cost around about $1 billion. In lost revenue, productivity, the whole works. It was a very, very expensive publicity stunt. Publicity stunt. That's all it was.
Of course, because it's all about the publicity. Oh hell, where'd Jorge
Never
go?
about the people. Never about the people.
No.
It's about I've got this idea.
It's about certain people,
this,
depending on how much of the
that.
donation you just made the last campaign. You know, did it have a comma in it? You know, some higher numbers there at the beginning and shit like that. Because that's the only way you're going to get one of their attention. You know, you can write a letter, you'll get a response from some staffer in there and write some bullshit to you and send it back to you. Think I got any confidence in talking to my congressman? Are you shitting me, mister? Yes, I object to Pennsylvania's electoral. What do you know about Pennsylvania, Michael Cloud? Jack shit. Nothing. You were told what to do. That's what my congressman, he's a little lapdog for the Republican Party. Whoever's in the Republican Party, whoever's in charge of the Republican Party in the House, he's Kevin McCarthy, he's lapdog. Licks his nuts as far as I'm concerned. He's worthless. I wish we'd get the hell rid of him. But, hey, guess what? Gerrymandered like shit. Things have to change not only in Texas, but in this country. And the only way it changes is when the people make change. And I am old enough to remember that shit. Yes, there was major change back in the late 60s, early 70s, baby. We kicked ass, took names like old Bo Brooks says, except we were doing it for the good. We came out with women's rights, with voting rights, with civil rights, with environmental laws. We changed the fucking country. And then we went off to our jobs. Your work till your ass is dead job. You're poor, hungry, and needing a job. Life. Because sometimes I think we make it as hard as we can for our citizens because that's what they want, poor, hungry, and needing a job. They want a workforce and they don't want to pay a whole lot for it. They want you to need that job.
Well, they want you dumb. They don't want you to be educated. Just
shut your mouth. They don't want a union. They don't want any rights as employees. Fuck you. Get your ass to work. How about this right? How about I fire you right now? That's the rights they want. And that puts so many people into that position of poor, hungry, needing a job.
John, did you see Spain? They've given women now, this will blow the heads off the GOP members. Spain have given women who suffer from severe period pain, some women suffer badly from it, 3 days off menstrual
every month.
Relief.
Every month for menstrual relief, yes.
Not if they need it.
Sounds like a country that gives a shit.
That's progressive. That's a progressive country. That's a country that's going to move forward.
That's what progressive looks like. That's what progressive, yes. No, I've never had to go through that, but I have a wife who went through it for years and years and years and years and years. Yes, it's miserable for them. I feel for them. Should they have that opportunity to where you wake up and your gut is killing you that you should have a paid day off? Yes. Yes, what's it going to kill a company? You ain't there shoveling your shit for one day.
Well, the company actually was the ones that come up with the idea. Now that's the sort of people, the new generation thinking. And I've got to say, the company owners are young couple.
There are a lot of European countries that have a whole lot more liberties for their citizens than we do. But we sell the bullshit of this is the land of the free, wave the flag, the eagle soars, and all that stuff. But we don't treat our citizens as well as a lot of European countries and a lot of other countries treat their citizens. We don't rank high in much of anything. Profitability from healthcare, we rank number 1 right there. Oil and gas profits, you bet your ass.
Company profits, you're on top of company profits. But when it comes to education and social security and all that sort of stuff, you ranked in the 49th and the 50th and those numbers.
Yeah. We were ranked 33 on something I read just the other day. I wish I could remember what the fuck it was. Something you'd think we'd be way up on there, but no, he's number 33. And
Bill Jones is trying to get in. He can't get in.
I don't see him there.
Well, he jumped. He was in the audience, and he popped out, and he come back in again. He's popping out. He's having phone
do not
problems.
see him in the Discord.
He was there. He was there, John.
He has trouble sometimes with his internet sometimes.
I would like to get Bernadette's idea though on what happened in Buffalo. Yeah, here we go.
Ask her.
Hey, Bernadette, how are you, sweetie?
What can I say?
What can you say?
Was a man on a hunt. He knew what he was doing.
Yes.
He actually got to survive, where
now,
a lot of others.
A lot of other people. Is that what you're saying, Bernadette?
Would not have
survived. Bulletproof vest or not, there would have been a rain of bullets coming down on him.
It was
John,
white.
Yes, he was white.
I'm disgusted at my country. That this kind of thing goes on and on and on. The people of color have a hard enough time, and now we're being hunted, maliciously hunted, intentionally hunted.
Maybe it's not the first time.
No,
this is not the first time.
You can't explain this shit to me. You can't.
No, I can't even attempt to, Bernadette.
This is America. This is what America has done since its inception.
Are you talking about one where the flag flies and the eagle flies and all that shit? That America? No, it's not where the flag flies and the eagle flies. No. It's not in God we trust here.
This man has generated so much hate.
Because I know there's others that want to talk, and I get to talk. I get to say how I feel about it, and I do. I don't like this. I don't like what's going on in our country. And if we, as what we call blue dots in America, don't get out and produce the numbers that are needed to pull this damn vote off, you could kiss this country goodbye. Because it's not going to survive another Republican or even Republicans being in power. We're not going to survive.
Yeah.
It'll be your last election.
I'm going to see Dave myself.
Should we ask the UN to come in and monitor our elections? I wouldn't mind a purple finger.
It wouldn't bother me a bit if they did. It wouldn't bother me if the United Nations stepped in and watched our elections. Good.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Perhaps
I mean, the Republicans are so worried about it. The last election, everybody knows how much cheating went on and how many votes were just. Are you shitting me?
This thing with the guns have got to stop.
This
is out of fucking control.
We need to demand exactly the minimum buyback, a gun buyback. It's not going to remove all the guns, but it's a start. It is something physical that we could see. It'll pump money into the economy. It'll get guns off the streets. Where is the bad end of that deal?
Leaders of this country to step up to the fucking plate and protect the people of this country who are losing our lives either through just Republican ideology, Their policies are killing us.
Yes.
Their I mean, you have the third person in the Republican lineup out there spewing bullshit about replacement theory. They believe in the most ludicrous
Carlson.
ideals. I'm talking about Elise Stefanik.
Oh,
I'm talking about the chick that replaced Liz Cheney.
Liz Cheney. Yeah. Oh, ain't she a prize?
They're all a prize at this fucking point.
You know,
they're a bad prize. They're the booby prize. They're killing America. We had a president that called a deadly virus a hoax. And now we have 1 million people dead.
All you got to do is cut your lungs open and spray it with some disinfectant. It'll go away.
Honey,
don't worry.
I feel like they did cut my lungs open when I
feels like they cut my heart open.
I'm still dealing
They're pissing
with
it is what they're doing. In the name of patriotism. Show me a fucking Republican ad that doesn't include a gun going off. You know?
No, they gladly make those. They sit and they gather their whole family for their Christmas pictures and their guns.
Yep, and their guns.
And this country is built on killing people.
Yes.
When do we stop and become what's supposed to be a civilized fucking nation?
Not so much. Not so much. Not so much. We like to sell it that way. It's you know, it's all in the sell.
The whole world. We sell. What we're really good at is selling
guns.
Even weapons to Ukraine.
Selling guns.
We sell lots of guns
and you don't need. It's not just a gun. You need some armor too. You know, we got you some bulletproof body armor. We got you a bulletproof helmet here with a camera holder over here on the side. We got every kind of gear that you can think of to make you into a wannabe Rambo. And that's what they all want to be. They don't buy a gun for protection. You want a gun for protection? Don't buy an AR-15. You got to swing that around in your house? Hell no, I want a pistol in my fucking hand. Something I can swing around real quick if I need to. That's home protection, buddy. I'm not planning on... What? I'm sorry, baby. I'm being told to keep my... Marcia don't want to see me go to the fucking hospital
really
again.
Does lie within our government, and we keep voting in these Republican politicians. We need to put some Democrats in office that will make the Democrats on our side ineffective.
Yes.
We need our numbers up, and that ain't no fucking joke.
It ain't.
We're losing our democracy, and we're losing everything about being
We're losing lives.
Nation.
Every fucking day.
You need to vote in people. You need to vote in. You need to vote in real people, not people who had silver spoon of lives. People that have done the school of hard knocks. They've come up with a family. They've had education through the normal system, and they experienced life. Then they can lead you. Someone who's not experienced in life.
Money out of politics so that
for that to happen, it has to be somebody, Dave, who's never made a mistake in their life.
There ain't nobody out there.
There ain't nobody out there like that, baby.
And we shouldn't be looking for people who haven't made mistakes.
No.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because the only people that learn anything are people who make mistakes. You learn from your mistakes. You learn what not to do.
Yes,
you know,
if everybody got it right all the time, we wouldn't have a fucking problem.
Mr. Pence, Mr. Pence, a few weeks ago.
I'm going to step out, John, so that
hang on, Bernadette. I want you to hear this. I want you to hear this. Mr. Pence, a while ago, when Space Force was announced, he had a speech he gave to the armed forces, and this is what he said in his speech. He said, the aim of Space Forces, along with the Air, Army, and Navy, is to protect our ideas. Now, our ideas. He was talking about the GOP. He also said that Trump jumped in and said, Space Force is America's new way for America to fight in space. Now, why do you say things like that? To fight in space, war in space.
Because we want to blow up the whole fucking planet.
Why war?
Go out in a blaze of glory. You know?
You know, it's aggression. It's so much aggression.
It's,
America's built on aggression.
That whole idea of exploring space for people. Yeah, no, fuck no. We're going to find somebody out there and blow them up. Let me come in again and thank
Yes.
JP Lieb, who just came in with another $10 donation. JP, thank you very much. And said Tucker Carlson, Trump, and Rand Paul, utterly despicable, treasonous traitors to America. And I'm so glad you threw Rand Paul in there, JP. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot more than Rand Paul.
Yeah, there's more than Rand Paul, but right now that man's just a stick up America's ass, is what he is. I'm a libertarian. I don't believe in fire departments. Fuck off, you dweeb. I hope your neighbor kicks your ass again. I don't know.
We
It's
got
just
a
my
biker in the
personal
room.
thought. Yes, we do. And if anybody knows shit about like that, bikers do. So hello, Leo.
Hey there, how are you?
I wish I could say real good. I'm not, brother. I got problems.
I know, I
and
understand it completely.
yeah, it's really getting to be tiresome. I hate fucking doctors. You know.
You
fucking
know
hate
what,
'em.
John? I hear you. By the same token, I hit that wall myself about 2 weeks ago. I mean, I hit it hard. I realized, yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, I don't know if I can keep doing this for that long. Or if I don't, who's gonna?
If I thought
Need-
stopping
need
would help,
stand
I
now.
would, but it
Need
wouldn't.
stand now.
You know, my anger is palpable sometimes. All I have to do is read the news. Now I have to admit the family has been steering me towards a whole lot of. You ought to check out that series Obama does on national parks, and I'm not talking about just U.S. parks, national parks around the world, and it's quite relaxing and quite entertaining, and you learn
It's
a
a
lot of
really
shit.
nice
Really good show.
series.
Yeah, I love
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
it on Netflix.
And it's
yeah.
about
What's it
the
called?
world.
I haven't done that yet.
What's it called?
It's really nice.
It's called the national parks.
The Great National
The Great
Parks.
National Parks. Yeah.
I think
Okay,
that's what
I'll
it's
look
called.
that up. I've
Yeah.
not seen it.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
And they couldn't have found a
Okay,
better
thank you.
orator for that. They really couldn't have. He you know, Obama just really knocks it out of the park. Like he did
Michelle
everything
a-
else he did.
Yeah,
Is
exactly.
Michelle
But let's
involved
not
in that
forget,
show?
if the Republican gets in office, they don't give a shit about national
No,
parks.
no,
They'll drill
no,
and
no.
and mine those fuckers. That's what they want to do. They want to take all of our national resources and just give it away to big corporations so they can make money.
Give it away, sell it.
Yeah.
They want to sell it, Bernadette.
Yeah.
That's all it's about
Yeah.
is profit.
They want
Yes.
to possess it. They have over 9,000. The oil companies have over 9,000 leases right now that they've already paid for, property, public land leases to drill on. They're not drilling. They want to buy some more leases though. Yeah, fuck you.
That's so that when things do loosen up again, they want to be able to. Oh yeah, we got to put a whole lot more out
Oh,
there.
we
Which
hit
they
this
could be
new
doing
field.
today.
By golly, just in time. Fuck you. I know how the oil field works. I worked in the oil field for years. They'll drill a well, and if the price ain't right, they'll shut that well in, baby. They're not going to produce that well. Not when oil's well selling cheap. They'll fucking bury that wellhead. When the price is right, they'll come back and open that wellhead up, run a line down there, and shoot the well and bring it in. That's the way it works, baby.
As long
Yeah.
as they can make a shit ton of money, they're good.
We were talking this morning, Leo, about Marsha was talking about, because there's a drought going on, and there is a drastic shortage of water, especially out west.
Yes.
Guess what takes an awful amount of water to frack one well? Is an unbelievable amount of water to put pressure down that hole enough to fracture the earth.
Wait a minute. That water ain't important. We can make profit with that water.
Yeah, that's right. Oil sells more in a gallon than water does. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you're dying of thirst and your crops are dying. Well, go drive farther to, pay some more gas and truck your water in. They got lots of it out east. Just truck. That's another thing.
John,
We can
told
build
me that-
pipelines for fucking oil and gas all over this country. There's places out in the east that have lots of water. Sometimes overabundance of water. Why don't we pipe it
told
out
me
there?
that Marsha and the kids are trying to slow you down just a
Yes,
little
they
bit.
are.
They're trying to get you to look at the lighter shit just a little bit.
They're attempting
Is,
to,
is
yes.
that correct?
I fight it every.
Whatever you look at, Leo, whatever you look at, you find corruption. That's the problem. And
Yeah.
it upsets you and it gets you wound up.
Aussie Dave, you're not on my Facebook page. That is not true. I'm getting to a thing here. John, did you see the picture of my boy and me on the boat?
Yes, I did, Leo.
No.
Yes, I seen the picture of the boys up the window guarding the place too. I'm just saying. Yes, I'm paying attention, brother.
The one on the boat, man, that is. If Valerie caught that one, and that is one of the best.
I love
I've
the
ever
life
seen.
jacket on the dock. I love the life
Well,
jacket on the dock.
well, I know for sure he can swim like I think he can. He's
Yeah,
gonna wear a damn life.
but if you're out in a boat, it's a long way to shore.
Yes, let's float in rather than
Yeah,
have
rather
to swim.
float than yeah. Outstanding, though,
Anyway.
Leo. You know what the sad
yeah.
thing is, Leo? I have a river in my backyard. I can't remember the last time I went fishing. I really can't.
Yeah,
I don't.
you know
It
what,
was
buddy?
years ago.
That's
years
sad,
and years.
John.
It is sad.
That's sad.
John, you got to do it.
You
Gotta
know,
do it.
to do it, and I am. I'm. I don't know when. Maybe soon. Going to take a week off, and I'm afraid to right now. You know, I don't know what the future holds, but whatever the fuck it holds, I want a better life for my family. I want a better life for your family. The only way we're going to get that is to motivate as many fucking people as we possibly can get. Get them mad, get them sad, whatever the fuck it takes to get them out. That's what I want to do.
Now, that's what I'm working on right now. I've changed that focus just a little bit. I told you that I was going for the chairmanship of the Democratic Party up there. Well, I've been sort of kind of asked to be on the executive committee of the Democratic Party for the state. So, if I can get there, I may have to do the upgrade.
Well, yeah. Do the upgrade, Leo.
That still gets down to the same thing. Don't get your asses out there and vote.
There you go,
You know,
baby.
I just said a thing on the page. Actually, it's a Van Buren County page, not the Democratic page that I actually admin. But on another page up here, I've been talking about the elections that we just had, and bemoaning the fact that there was only a 28% turnout. For me,
Right.
given the fact that this was almost all Republican primaries, almost all of it, I'm glad there was only 28%. Because if that's all you people give a shit about, great.
Well, at least the other side's sleeping too. You know, but we can't afford to sleep.
We can't afford
No.
exactly, John. We
We can't
cannot
afford
afford,
it.
to sleep.
You
That's
know,
what that's what I posted.
passion drives
Anything-
people. And,
The thing that we don't like right now is our own goddamn fault because we don't have enough of a majority.
and we know we do. We know we do. We already showed that once. We showed it when we elected Obama. We showed it when we kicked Donnie's ass out. We showed it in the midterm.
Do it.
Yeah,
We
Oh, I'm
have to
getting
show
done.
it in
Fuck.
terms or we're fucked.
we did it. Throw his ass out, and now we have to do it in the midterm.
You know,
This midterm is more critical
2024 could
than
be your last election
Yes.
if you're not careful.
it very well could
Oh,
be.
hey,
If a
you're
Republican
right.
gets elected, and especially if that Republican is Trump, it very well could be our last one. I'm watching this conversation. It started out a little while ago when somebody said, "Well, I remember when water was free. Now there's 2 aisles of it at the store. There's 2 aisles of bottled water." And Lady Freedom
Nope.
water cost me $2.39 for a 24 pack. You know, yeah. Remember when the days where water was free and you could get it out of the hose and it was good. Nowadays, there's too many
over here
places
is
in
okay.
America that's not the case.
Because the
You
corporations
don't have to look any
been
further than
allowed to
Flint.
pollute
Everybody
the
knows
rivers.
Flint. Flint, Michigan.
Everyone in the Republican Party relaxed all the fucking restrictions on polluting the rivers, and what's happened in the last 2
And we're
years? Your
not
river's
seeing
been
the
so
total effect
bad.
of that yet, because a lot of regulations were thrown out the window under Donnie Boy. When Scott Pruitt got in there, and man, that was his primary job, was to get rid of regulations that stood in the way of making money. And
Yeah,
we have,
heaven
huh?
Heck, people.
What's that, Leo?
Now our water right now is a fucking mess, John,
Yeah.
all over the country.
All over the country. You know,
Not only the droughts, but the water that
quality.
is out there. I'm talking about right here in my hometown. I mean, we have people dying of cancer all around us.
Oh,
We know
Lord.
it's the water, and you still get the double talk. Well, it's not our fault. It's not just their fault. Well, it's not because of this. And by the way, you can drink that water. Well, no, you really can't. Well, if you put a filter through it, should I have to have a
Well, if
filter
you want to
to
die
drink
at
my
58 instead of 78, well, go ahead and help yourself.
Leo, Can
Yeah.
I speak on that for a moment?
Sure.
Please.
Yes, you should have to have a filter. We all should have water filters because, see, we are coming to that apocalyptic world we see in movies. You're going to want to filter some water then. By then, it'll be too late. So, yes, please do get a filter and filter your water before you drink it. And stop buying water in plastic bottles from stores. It's
It's
that's
corporate
got to be
profit.
my number one pet peeve is plastic water bottles.
We have plastic water bottles, but they're not the soda kind. They're the big 5-gallon ones I haul into town and fill up at the water mill and bring home for our drinking water because I don't drink our well water. We wash with it, we
I'm
bathe with
so
it and everything.
grateful I have
Don't
my
drink
own
it.
spring. And I quit buying water in a
Oh,
bottle
Lord, they
from
have
a
a
store
spring?
a long fucking time ago. I
I
invested
swear, I'm
heavily
moving to your
into-
house for more than one reason, Bernadette. She's got a spring, God knows.
Yes, an artesian spring at that. And you know what? I would rather drink the dirt that comes out of my spring than to drink the plastic that comes in the bottled water in the store.
By the way, Bernadette,
Yeah.
Yes, you should have. It's called prepping for things unknown. We could have
Things that
fires
are
around
coming.
here, yes.
not
Well,
not
things
may
that are
come,
happening
they
now.
are coming.
Look, we have people who all winter long have been fighting tornadoes all over this country. Towns wiped out. In those kind of situations, in hurricanes kind of situations,
Oh,
you
hurricanes
need
are going to get
filter
bigger and badder,
water.
baby. I'm dreading this
Absolutely.
season.
The wildfires are getting bigger and badder. We need to be able to filter water, whatever kind of water.
Yeah, because there's going to be a shortage of it all over the place. You know, I just read a
Yes,
story the
it
other day
is.
about we are within 5 years of course I've read this
Yes.
headline before, of a tipping point. But every time I read that
Yes.
headline, I just wonder, this time they might not be kidding. If you hit that tipping point, it doesn't
Hey,
matter what the
John,
fuck we're going to do.
Within 5 years, we saw wildfires in Colorado in December. We saw tornadoes from January until now, hitting all across this country. As
Yeah.
soon as the weather warms up on the Atlantic Ocean, 80 degrees is all it takes for that water out there to make a hurricane.
You know what I
One
keep
right
thinking?
after another.
Well, I
Our
was
government is not coming to our rescue.
when I was
No.
watching one of Obama's shows, one of Obama's national parks. One of them is in the South Pacific, not too far from the Great Barrier Reef. I think I can't remember exactly where it was now, but the story was that this island, this one island, one particular island, is a national park. It's protected waters. Because evidently every sea turtle in the fucking world is going to that island to lay its eggs. Not any other island. There's plenty of islands around. That island. Well,
Yep.
it's going to go underwater soon. Regardless of what we do, because there's not much of an island fucking left. As a matter of fact, we go see the show. They show the shot, and you go, they all swim there. It's a spot. It's a tiny spot, and soon that spot will be gone. Then what? Well, I guess we're going to find out.
Yes, no sea turtles.
There will
then.
be no sea. Yeah.
No sea turtles.
And
which
if there are,
creates
it's going to
another-
take generations of
Our
them to find
oceans
another island.
Our oceans are dying because
Yes.
of what we do on land. One of them is plastic.
Yes.
And that plastic goes into the ocean and it doesn't go away.
No, it doesn't, and
It
now it's in
doesn't
your
go
body.
away.
Did you read that
Yes.
story about microplastics in the
Yes.
body now? Yeah, pumping through the old heart there. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, well, some of it, comes from all the containers of food that we buy in plastic. It's wrapped in plastic. We put it in plastic. Plastic is everywhere in our life. It's a good thing. It saves lives, and yet it's killing us.
Yeah.
As human beings, it's killing us.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's made from petroleum,
They're
oil.
I swear the problem is that we have so many problems. There is so much to be concerned about, from guns to the water we drink to the world we live in.
The
Everything discussed right here in this
microplastic is
conversation.
the air. It's in the air you breathe.
It's everywhere,
so,
baby. And
it's
if we
everywhere.
and we are the ones, no matter what subject we're going to be the ones that suffer, whether we're talking about guns, water, air, or whatever. It's going to
We
be
are
us that's
suffering.
going to suffer from it.
Last week we talked about how many people in this family have cancer.
Yes.
We are suffering.
Yes.
And our government is not
Yes.
taking care of us.
We have people in
And
this
they don't
family right
plan
now
on
that
it.
are facing a lot of medical issues, and I'm one of them. So I'm concerned.
Yeah.
There's every day I'm concerned now, until they get done with whatever fuck they're gonna do to me, which I guarantee is not gonna be fun. I believe there's gonna be a knife involved. I'm not looking
boy.
forward to shit. And
You gonna cut your dick off again?
again,
They left it out and he
again,
was
keeps growing, buddy,
perfectly
keeps
fine.
growing. Anyway, I want to thank Nana Lovely. Nana Lovely, Tammy Ames out there who came in with a $5 donation and say, I might be blessed to be a beachside guest, but it's so sad to see the area swarming in a homeless population out of control, and I can't help. It's an overwhelming feeling. You do what you can.
Yeah.
You know, and you give when you can. You give when you can. I do it all the time. If I've got a couple, but my kids know me. The guy at the sign on the corner, yeah. If I got a buck in my pocket, it's his. You know, what are you gonna do? Drive by? I don't want to. I got gas in my tank. I'm driving by. I'm better off than he is. You know, that's the way I try to look at life.
My whole thing with that, John, is I look at that and it just makes me go, well, and I understand your beliefs and mine are not the same, but I go, there, but for the grace of God, go I.
Our beliefs aren't the same,
Absolutely.
but our ultimate goals are the same, Leo. I just
Yeah.
don't believe in a deity. I try to believe in the goodness of man itself, and that if given an opportunity, it will shine. But it is hard nowadays. I say all the time, put a smile on somebody's face. I mean it. I mean it. Try to make your day at least once in the day. To try to make somebody else's day a little bit better. Put a smile on their face because you don't know what the fuck that person's going through. And they need that. We all need that in our life. So while we sit here and discuss death and guns and politics and laws, and we got to take care of ourselves, and we have to help each other do that. And the best way you can do that is to be involved, in the society that we live in. You can't just live in a society and not give a fuck. You're the asshole who doesn't mow the grass. You're the asshole who doesn't, participate in whatever. You're the asshole in society if you don't participate in it. Because we're all depending on you to do it. That's what the rub here is, that we're all of us, we're depending on
How
our
we
fellow
got here,
citizens
but
to be involved, to give enough shit to at least make it to the freaking... And Teresa Diggum came in with a $5 donation and said, hi, John, sent you a Facebook message, oh, baby, a week ago. I'm sorry, darling. Or so, and I know you had a lot of people, so I'm bringing this to your attention. Please read it. Teresa, I will, baby. Baby, believe me, I am so far beyond. And on that note, if anybody's, I don't know what the hell happened, I am now listed as professional on Facebook. It's not my personal page anymore, although I didn't change shit. But if you go look at my Facebook page now, you'll see it looks different. There are no friends count lists down there or anything. And it says creator under there. So
They're gonna make me start paying for shit.
I think they are. I don't know. I think they're going to start charging my ass. I swear. I'm waiting on a fucking bill. I'm waiting on an email saying, well, now you owe us $5 or something because you're a professional. Fuck you. I look professional,
yeah.
don't I?
I know.
I don't know. I haven't delved in. I've told Travis to look into that and see what that does. I don't know the difference between a private and a professional page, but evidently I'm now a professional.
That shit.
Yeah. Well, they better start paying my ass then. How about them pay me, fuckers?
Exactly.
They better not send me a bill. How about you pay me, you assholes? Anyway.
I'm that much of a professional. I must
Yeah,
be
I'm
doing
not.
you
I
something
guarantee
good.
you, I'm not that much of a professional that Facebook is going to send me anything, except maybe a bill. In which case, I'm going to fight that. I don't know.
And
It's because I use this page, my Facebook page. I have another page, a Blue Dot in Texas, which is where I should concentrate everything, but I didn't. It's my Facebook page. I put everything on there like everybody else, and it grew into this Blue Dot family, and so I lost control of my Facebook page a long time ago. Uh, and I'm blessed to have so many friends. I'm blessed to have so many people that follow me. I just want to see that translate into the voting booth. And if everybody on my Facebook friends page takes somebody else to the polls, then we're doubling, we're tripling those numbers, and that's what we need to do all over the place. You know, it's the least that we can do. Uh-oh.
Every time you think that you
I
can
lost
speak,
Ozzy.
you should speak.
You should be. I'm sorry, Dave. You must have got zapped out of the room and. Oh, wait a minute.
That was a little while ago, bro.
Was it? There he is. I'm
There he
sorry.
is.
I'm trying to keep a close eye on the chat, and then over here is
That's
the
all
other
right.
shit.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Can
you.
you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I've just been sitting in the audience for 3 hours waiting for the.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm behind in my shit today, buddy.
That's all right, mate. I mean, I was on the mobile phone, and we all know what Discord and mobile phones don't go well together.
Yeah. No, I don't know how you do that.
I've just changed over to a new headset, and I'm hoping it's coming through nice and clear because
Yeah.
I've not tried this headset before.
No, you sound good. You sound good. Good and clear.
Good. Oh, thank you for that
What is
compliment.
Facebook? I wish I was you,
back
Curtis.
back on the disaster called America. You guys from Australia, please get out
You
and
really
vote.
feel,
Please,
Dave?
guys. Please get out and vote because the world does not want to see.
See, even Australia wants you to get your ass out and vote.
Exactly.
Because it starts in America. You
I'm sure if
guys
we
lose
took a fucking
democracy.
poll all around the world, they'd all vote for us to go vote. You know,
Yes.
please don't
Yes.
let that asshole back in. That's what they'd say.
What do you do with a
I'm gonna say
president?
it
What do you do with a
though,
president that no country wants to have? No country wants. No one wants to welcome Donald Trump to visit Germany.
Yeah, because look at
Spain,
what we have
Europe.
right now with NATO. Because Donny Boy was doing his best to kick NATO in the nuts. That's exactly what
Yep.
he was trying to do, is break it up. He was. I swear. I think Donnie was working right along with Putin, break up NATO, and when he made an advance, NATO wouldn't do shit. They weren't counting on what they got, and that's obvious now.
Well, that was Helsinki. That was the Helsinki plan when they had that secret meeting in that room. This
Yeah.
was all discussed. What was going to happen? I'm going to build the USSR. You watch, and you're going to help me, Donnie.
Yeah, the meeting that nobody else was
involved.
involved in, that there were no notes taken and all that
Yep.
shit. Yep, that meeting.
Yes, that's that meeting.
Yeah, the one that Donnie came out and kissed Putin's ass. You know,
Nothing
on
corrupt
the
about
world
that.
stage. Yeah, I don't want that guy back in, because he was trying to destroy NATO, trying to drive a wedge in there, and I believe it was just to set up the scenario that we're in right now. So be proud of Joe Biden, baby, because he stepped up and he's brought NATO back together, and we have it's so strong that now Finland and Sweden are going to join NATO. That's a big move, baby. That's a bold move. That's a confident move on Finland's part that NATO is going to stand there and stand by him. It's a powerful ally.
You think
there.
NATO will accept it? You
Yes.
think NATO will take
Well, the
Finland?
only one that might object will be Erdogan, Turkey. They're the
He
they're the only
already
ones
did.
that might object, and he can go kiss off. He you know, Turkey needs to get their shit
Why would
together.
they deny Ukraine? Why would they deny Ukraine yet let Finland in? I mean, they both share a border with Russia.
Yeah.
Why Finland and not Ukraine?
It would be difficult to
Not in the North
if
Atlantic.
you entered Ukraine into the NATO right now, then NATO would immediately be at war. We would all be at war immediately.
Yeah. But didn't they apply before the war started?
You know, I don't think they
That's
did.
their price.
I think they were. Hello, Miss Linda.
Hey, how y'all?
How you doing, darling?
Just standing in front here supposed to be wet.
That is mighty fine. That is mighty fine. How are you been doing, darling?
Great big mountain. Oh, hell can be expensive for North Broad.
You seen Suzanne?
I hear from her every once in a while.
Well, tell her I said
She's
hi.
out there.
Yeah, I seen. She's in the chat. She was in the chat
She's
earlier.
listening. She's listening. Say hi, Susie.
There you go.
Hi, niece.
We were lucky enough to meet up in San Antonio for the Blue Dot family hookup there. We had a grand time up there. Did we not, Miss Linda? Oh no.
Not
Did-
sure.
Disappeared.
Did we lose you, Miss Linda?
Yeah, I dropped my
earbud. And my left ear wiggles.
Uh-oh.
I can't get the earbud in it.
Uh-oh. Well, I had a wonderful time meeting you and Suzanne and everybody else up there. Johnny Fly. And shit, we had a whole crew up there. Mitch Goldstein, Terry, and
birthday was day before yesterday.
Huh? Whose birthday?
Mitch's.
Who's? Mitch? Yes, Mitch Goldstein just had a birthday. Yes, he did. As a matter of fact, I need to call him. I really need to. Hey, Mitch, if you're listening, I'm going to call your ass. I need to call him.
You know what we got to do? I've got his number, and I'll pass it on to you when I can, John, if you don't.
Oh, I got his number. Yeah, I got his number.
But no. Buddy Davis.
Oh, Buddy Davis. Yeah, I got Buddy's number, too.
Yeah, we got to reach out to Buddy some, I think. I think he's probably, I haven't said much, but I think he's probably well enough to at least be able to communicate.
I would hope so. I talked to him right after, well, not right after the accident. I talked to him right before all his stuff. He was in the hospital. He was concerned. So yeah, I will. I'll try to write. I'm behind on a few phone calls. I was lucky enough to get a call from Stephanie Dean today, and I got to talk to her. But I stay in pretty good contact with a lot of our Blue Dots, but not enough. Bad Bob, if you're listening, I get more phone calls from Bad Bob than anybody else. Does Bad Bob intend to call me? No. Does he want to call me? No. He's got a phone for some fucking reason. No matter who he tries to call, I answer the phone. So now, every time I look down at my phone and see Bad Bob, I immediately say, Bob, did you call me or did your butt call me? John? Yeah, it's me again. Well, I was trying to call the bank. Well, your bank switched you over to me, buddy. The bank told me to tell you you ain't got no money. Come down there and put some money in the bank. That's what they want. Oh, no. I do get a big kick out of it because I guess if it's happened once, it's happened at least 10 times that he will butt dial me. And it's to the point now where I get a big kick out of it when it happens. I just go into a comedy routine like you wouldn't believe. Yeah.
Well, that's just because it's fun.
It is. It's fun.
And we got to reach out to Andy Paguda too. That guy's got too much shit going on right
Andy's wife Amy is having to go through some cancer treatments now, and that's what we say. There's
and his brother as well.
Yeah, this family is believe it or not, Leo, is full of tragedy, baby, and it's going on every day within a whole lot of our Blue Dots.
But
have got some serious things going on in their life.
Energy, John. The sharing of our energy
does
a lot to heal that.
It does, and I have been lucky enough to have several Blue Dots tell me that just the interaction within the show, this chat that goes on here, within all this conversation, there's friendships that have been made. I just talked to Karen Cormier up in Maine the other day. She's looking forward to getting in touch, having another meeting with Donna Bonacosi in Massachusetts. They've already met once, but there is Rose. Can't remember Rose's last name. Rose
Taylor.
Yeah, Rose Taylor. Yeah, the hippie girl, the hippie lady, the hippie dippy lady. She's up there in New England now, and so they want to get in touch with her. And I think there's a fourth. I think they're gonna all try to get together. And that, like I said, they've already done this once. I think they meet in Salem, Massachusetts. How appropriate, I think. Yeah. Just stir the pot a little bit.
Bubble.
Oh, I'm telling you, I so enjoy the friendships that have been made in this family, and it does. It warms my heart when I see that. Oh, look at that. Fox News just blamed the shooting on video games. Of course, it's violent video games. That's what it was. It wasn't Tucker Carlson out there spreading his racist bullshit.
It's the Rittenhouse game, the new Rittenhouse game.
I want to come back again and thank Nana Lovely, who came in with another $5 donation and said, "There by the grace of God go I. We are all one bad day away from homelessness." Baby, I am. One bad month. Yeah. I know where I could lose this house. I know where I could lose this house.
taxes. We own
You
this
know,
one outright, and we
I
know for a fact that we got to be careful.
oh
Taxes.
man, I'm not there yet. I still have a mortgage. You know, I'm in that
This one we own outright, and
same thing of poor, hungry, and need a job. This is my job, and thank you all for the donations, because this is how I pay bills, baby. This is all I do now. There is no other job for me, and I enjoy my job. I think it has meaning.
Good at your job.
So
that
Well,
helps.
you,
Good at it.
no one should deny you an income, John, for doing a service.
I do not like to
to
ask
the
for it,
community.
though. I appreciate
No,
every
but-
donation that we get,
But
but
if it's not you, someone else will. And if you've got a voice and you're using it, well done. And if it's your job and your life, so be it. This is what you do. And
ask my wife
you need
if
to
this is
live.
my job. She'll tell you in a heartbeat. That's all he does, and it almost is. My whole TV is like burned on different news stations. I flip over between news stations, and somebody has to force me to get off the news. Somebody has to go in there and
Hey,
say,
John.
"Dad, we're changing the channel." Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Earlier in the chat, a lot of people were saying for you to just go fishing, John. Just go fishing.
I
Take a
really
break.
do need to go
Look,
fishing.
Get up, get your
Here's
ass
what's
up.
gonna happen. Here's what's
What?
gonna happen. You go fishing. The shit's still gonna go on.
Oh, it will. It
It's
will.
still gonna go on, and you ain't gonna miss a beat.
Here's the deal,
you're gonna
though.
go fishing.
For me to go
relax
fishing,
a little bit.
first
bring the
step
blood
is
pressure down.
get the chainsaw
Throw
out.
out some.
That's
hey,
the first step of me going fishing is get the chainsaw out.
and
So there's going to be a
and
lot
give
of work
it to
before
one
I
of your
can go.
boys.
Yes.
You give it to one of your boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then go fishing. And
Hey,
take
thank
a
goodness
break.
for your see.
Take
Can
two.
you see? Can you see, Bernadette? Where's my? Can you see on the? Do you have a?
Yeah.
You see my arms? I want to thank you.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. This is. Those are all scabs. Man, they got me on so much of this blood shit. If I get cut, I bleed like a stuck pig. I'm serious.
Well,
It's
don't fuck
dripping
around
off
with
my
the
damn
chainsaw
fingers,
then,
trying
okay?
off a little old. Jeez, I'm like there's a faucet. Are you
Boys,
shitting
okay,
me?
no, whatever. Go hop in your little boat and go fishing. Relax.
I
on
do.
your-
I do.
your
I need to break out my
overly
fishing
stressed.
gear, and because I haven't fished that river in years. I
Good.
live my part of the river is particularly well suited for fishing because it's the deepest
I hear
spot
you
in the
got
river.
shrimps in it.
Oh yeah, we got big shrimp in there. I need to put a few baskets out there and catch me some. Yeah, you can catch crabs. You get the whole seafood buffet right out my back door.
Thanks,
If I
son.
could
Why
just
ain't
get out there and
So what
and
are you
enjoy
waiting
it.
for?
Oh Lord, if you saw there is a never-ending list of shit I got to do around this house. I mean, it's like the money pit. There ain't-
Get out there.
yeah, there's
John,
something
it's
always
called
needs
home
repairing.
ownership. It's called home ownership. Welcome
That's what
to
it
the
is.
American dream.
That's what it is.
I mean, I got a list longer than both my
I
arms.
got so
long-
tickled
Okay,
the other day.
thank
There was
you.
a picture that Tamara Harrington had posted on her Facebook page, and it was Tamara's daughter and her husband holding up the keys to their new home, and they're saying, "Finally, homeowners." And I was thinking to myself, "Yeah, hold on to
I'm
your
so
britches."
sorry.
Yeah, that dream is going to turn into a nightmare. No, it was a lovely house, and I'm sure they're going to have.
Sorry, young people.
Yeah, it's just home ownership, It's like when you go from renting to a home ownership, and all of a sudden you can't call the landlord anymore. You are the
No, you are
landlord.
the landlord.
You are
You're
the
that guy.
And you know what? I'm a landlord. I own my own home. I don't own a bank. I don't own
Nope.
owe the bank anymore.
Bank owns me.
So I have to do everything around here. And after catching COVID and it doing the damage that it did, it's a little difficult to get out and get the things done that needs to be done.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm still grateful
I am too.
because
Because like
you know,
Tammy just said,
Can I hire somebody to come and do it for me? No, I don't have that kind of funds.
Yeah.
So I'll do a little bit at a time, and when I get finished over there, I'll go work over here, and then when I get finished over here, I gotta go back to over there because it's overgrown again.
there you go. That's me. I got enough property by the time I finish mowing one end, the other end needs it again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good though. I mean, it keeps you going.
No, it is.
No,
it
it's
keeps
not
you
good.
moving, it keeps you busy, and
I'm thinking about getting more
you
goats.
just forbid that the lawnmower breaks down in between spots.
There you
okay?
go. I got a lawnmower, a dead lawnmower group down there. I got 3 of them that won't work and one that does. I got 3 of them I got to fix.
Right.
Shit. Yeah. Welcome to home ownership. Let me get back to thank yous. Nana Lovely came again twice. Came in and donated $5 and said, "Oh, I already read that one. Good. She came back with another $2 donation and said, "I am the 4th Blue Dot trying to meet." There you go. Meet in October. Thank you, Tammy. I knew there was a 4th. It's Tammy Ames, Rose Taylor, Donna Badacosi, and Karen Cormier. And they're hoping to meet up in Salem. I wish I was there.
Will they take a homebred Yankee coming up?
I believe they would. I believe they would, Leo.
Yeah, they probably would.
You might have to put a wig on and, push up bra or something. Maybe it's a lady thing. But
John, don't you have another super chat?
Yes, I do. I want to thank T-Rock in the house who came in with a $20 donation. And he said, "Thank you, John, for all that you do. You are an inspiration for us all as we fight for democracy." Dr. T. Dr. T, thank you very much for saying that, brother. And thank you for the donation. But hey, guess what? That China gel shit, hey, that works pretty good. It works pretty good. I got to be careful because it's a good pack off from Bernadette's Priestries because I don't want to run out of that stuff. And so yeah, I tried it out, and yeah, brother, that shit worked. No wonder Donnie hated it. Of course, it's got the word China in it, China. But Dr. T, thank you very much. I appreciate your words, brother. I really do.
What are you talking about as far as it worked? What is this product?
He sent me because I got places that hurt, brother, and he's a doctor, and he sent me some products for me to try, and one of them was called China Gel, and it's pretty damn good. I'd put it on the same level as Bernadette's stuff. Bernadette should have a product out there on the open market because her product is very good.
You rub it on, John, do you?
Yeah, you rub it on. Yeah, it's a salve.
You don't snort it. You don't snort it.
No.
No, okay.
No, you can't snort it. Nobody sends me.
Just got to be, be careful of those drugs that come to the mail. You just don't know.
Yeah, don't know. Well, you got to try it. Never mind. We're not getting that conversation. No, we don't want to go there. I have been blessed to have many things sent to me over the years. And, I've got over 300 T-shirts. I have a quilt made out of T-shirts.
Nice.
It is. It has been a hell of a ride. We're going on 6 years. Pretty soon. And, yeah, it's been a hell of a ride, and we're not done
A little
yet.
over 5, John.
Has it been over?
Tell you, you're the one that brought me there.
Well, good.
I'm a little over 5
I
years
take
now.
that as a compliment, brother. Because that's, I've
Also a fact.
I wholeheartedly promote anybody who gets out there and uses their voice, because we need as many voices as we can. And if you think nobody's going to listen to you, you're right the first day. But if you're persistent, baby, they listen. Somebody says, "Hey, did you hear that guy? It's the second time I heard this guy."
Yep.
They listen. And that's how this family got to where we are.
You know what? When I first saw you, John, my very first vision of you when you're in the shed, you're doing your little short video rants.
Right.
I was so impressed. To me, you look like the guy that gets his hands dirty, that's been in the millstone and knows how it works, and was talking from the heart. And there was no selling, there was no promoting. It was all authentic emotion.
I hope it still is.
You caught me with emotion. You were so emotionally involved. You were angry, and that's what caught me. And I thought, this guy is real.
Dave,
that was 6 years
you've heard me
ago,
say it before. I've led a life of steel-toed shoes, and anybody who's wear steel-toed shoes knows what that means. So yeah, life ain't been that easy. I did my stint in the military. I did 16 years for the Army, 10 years for the Navy. Well, the rest of everything in between, it's all been oil field or construction or something that's going to hurt you. It's.
You haven't got the polish and shine that comes with the packing shows and that, and which is the best part about it. It's raw. It's real.
I got nothing else,
real
Dave.
Human rawness. But when
every
you look
night
at
I
the
come
show,
in here and I
Dave,
turn this.
Dave, hold up there.
Yeah, I ain't that
Is-
great.
is raw, except for, oh my God, he does whatever that raw he is so very well. You understand. That's all that
I don't know
matters.
how. I tell people often I write better than I talk. I consider myself a pretty fair
We
writer,
all do.
but
We all do.
I can't. I'm
You
not
got
good.
time to think when you write.
Yeah, when you're writing
Got time
something,
to
you have
think
time to
about it.
reread it and go, oh no, that doesn't sound good. Let me put this in there. Oh, that sounds better. You have that time to reflect. When you turn on your camera, especially live, it's a lot rougher.
You ever
I
written
won't
for
lie. Every
deadlines,
time I
John?
come in here, right before we turn on the camera and go live, I sit here and wonder, what the fuck am I doing? I have no idea how this is going to go. I know it's on my mind. That's it. And today it was the transition of watching the marches around the country, and how excited I was to see that, and then immediately going into a mass shooting, a racist mass shooting, and it broke your heart. You went from feeling really good and hopeful to, well, here we fucking go again. And I don't know how
We
other
cannot
way to
stay
put
there.
it than
We
that.
cannot stay there. We must not.
We
dwell
must
in
not
that
stay there.
place.
We can't afford. We can't let my kids, your kids, our future generations live with this shit. There's only one
Hope
direction. If the
still
right
has
gets it
to
again, there's
shine
only one
through.
way.
I think it does.
Authoritarianism, baby. That's where it's headed.
Yep.
Yes, comrade. That's what it'll end up being. Put your handmaid's
Until the
tale
first
on, your
time
red
it
robe,
doesn't
and
quite
put your little white hat
theirs,
on,
then
and shut up.
everybody's on board.
Hmm. I'll tell you what, though.
You end up
I
with
will
one-
have serious trouble, though. If I don't get my ass off this show, because we've been on almost 2 hours now, and I wasn't supposed to stay on very long. Everybody's concerned about my health in the house right now, and I'm thankful to have them that way. But it is
Don't
what
forget
it
to
is.
run the credits, John.
See,
I love all of you
see,
tonight.
see. Well, wait, Leo, you can't leave yet until we say. I'm going to say goodbye here. We're going to let the credits roll for just a minute. And I want to thank everybody for coming in and visiting us tonight. A lively conversation. There is always, unfortunately, things that we're going to have to talk about. There's going to be tragedy. There's going to be turmoil in our society, and I don't know about you. It helps to get it out of me, because if I don't get it out of me, it's just going to sit inside and build up. If I'm sitting there watching news, it's just fuming around, thinking shit, and it wears on you. So this is an outlet for me as much as it is for y'all, more so, because I don't know what I'd do without y'all. I really don't. I've grown to love this fucking family like you wouldn't believe. But with any family, we got problems, we got heartache, we got everything that comes with life in this family. And I do, baby. I take it to heart. And so yeah. But if we don't care about each other, what the fuck? What's it for anyway? See who's got enough money in the bank when they check out? That's not me, buddy. That's not me. The lives that I've come in contact with, that's what's going to mean the most to me. So I'm thankful for every day that I have on this show. And,
Hey, John,
yeah. Huh? What'd I do?
we have a blue dot in the chat called Jeanette Miller, and she came up with saying that tomorrow, we should take the day off for mental health. And I think Mondays should be called Mental Health Monday.
Mental Health Monday, because we don't do a show on Monday.
Yeah.
Because of
Yeah,
mental health. That's it, baby. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, because
That
as I
sounds
always
like a
say,
great
Mondays
idea.
suck anyway. So we
That's
just
right.
don't do Mondays. We do. I take Saturday and Monday off. So yeah,
I gotta
tomorrow.
interrupt you for a second. I got hold up.
Okay, hold up.
You were all talking about all of that. You know what happened here? I had my best friend buddy just come up and just plunk his ass down next to me and just sat there with a big smile listening to you.
Boy, howdy shit.
Aw.
Good dog. Good
That's
boy.
about it, man.
You know what? I've got a problem, Leo. I got a serious problem with Vicky. I'm head over heels over that dog. Are you shitting me? I love that dog so much. She is the smartest fucking dog I've ever had in my life.
Do that, John. It's okay.
And her and that big old pit bull and Little Bit. Every morning I get up and I get entertained by the little cat saying, I'm going to run by you real fast. You chase me and I'm going to hide over here. And then when you're not looking again, I'm going to run right past you again and jump up on the counter so you can't get me. But, yeah, and then they'll go lay down together. It just warms my heart watching those two. That big old pit bull with that little old kitten just warms my heart. So, animals, buddy, they bring that calmness into your soul that has some, it's genuine. You always know it's genuine. Ain't nobody, no animal trying to pull your leg or feed you bullshit.
No, there is.
It's about as pure a love as you're gonna find. So, but yeah, I got a problem with her. Marcia keeps telling me I'm buying too many treats. Because every time Dad comes home, did you bring the chicken, Dad? Yeah, I got the chicken. Don't worry. Anyway, thank you all for coming by. Leo, thank you. Oh, what happened to Mary Ann? Well, Miss Linda. Mary Helen. Oh, okay. She dropped out. I got her. Leo, buddy, I appreciate you coming by for a visit.
And always a pleasure, John, to all of you. Bernadette and Ms. Linda.
And Miss Linda, a.k.a. Mary Ellen.
Thank you, Leo.
I always love hearing from you. Y'all take care of yourself.
You bet.
It is a pleasure when you're in the room, bruh.
Always a pleasure, Leo. Come back and visit anytime, brother. We're always here. We ain't going nowhere else. Yes, Miss Linda?
What?
What was you saying? Did you say something?
I was just talking to Leo.
Oh, you weren't talking to me.
Stand by.
You was flirting with Leo.
I wasn't talking to you.
Yeah, I know how it is. Biker Leo comes in, and all of a sudden, hey, the biker.
Yeah.
I know it is. Sure. Love you, baby.
Love you too, darling.
All right. Thank you so much for dropping by, Miss Linda. I appreciate it. And we'll tell the world our secret, a.k.a. Mary Ellen.
Mary Ellen.
Because why?
I have a ring to prove it.
That's right, baby. She does have a ring to prove it. And I put it on her finger, too.
Yes, he did.
Yes. Mary Ellen is, she has her own praise for me, too. What is it?
Good night, John Boy.
Good night, Mary Ellen.
Good night, John Boy.
Good night, Mary Ellen. That's what it is all the time, baby. Bernadette, what can I say, baby? You're always a pleasure. A rose within a rose every time you come in the room, baby. I so appreciate your voice.
Thank you, bruh.
I love you.
Take some time off. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. The world is still gonna be as fucked up when you get back.
When I get back, it'll all be as fucked up as it was when I left. We gotta work on that shit. Surely there's a solution to it. We'll just figure it out. All right. Okay. I appreciate everybody for coming by, visiting us on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, and now on TikTok. Are you gonna say
goodnight to Ozzy?
And where'd Ozzy go? I didn't say goodnight to Ozzy. I'm sorry, buddy. I was fixing to head out the room, buddy.
That's all right, I'm just sitting in the corner.
Damn.
Yeah, we say good morning.
Yes, good morning, Dave.
Yeah, it is good morning, and I just want to leave a message for the senders out there, McCarthy and them. Fucking honor your subpoenas. Go and front. If you're too fucking scared, plead the fucking fifth. Then we'll at least know you're guilty.
It is the patriotic thing to do to show up for your subpoena. It's the right thing to do. You want to make odds on that going? Yeah, they ain't gonna go.
No, they're not gonna turn up.
I love y'all. Y'all take care of yourself. And again, try to put a smile on somebody's face tomorrow. Make them feel better. They'll make you feel better. And the world's a better place and all that kind of shit. Yeah. What she said. Anyway, I love y'all. Y'all take care of yourself. And y'all say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams. There you go, baby.